This is just a sample of the audiobook. To get the complete audiobook, access the link posted in the first comment.
Competitive looks in the past. During lunch, as I was trying to coax him out a bit, I initiated a whole other line of conversation. What do you want to do after skating? Something that might seem odd to ask a future champion in the making. I had seen so many incredible athletes ponder this eventuality after devoting their entire youth to such a singular goal. So my very existential question was sort of my way of getting to know him. Without a second's hesitation, he said, "College." And in that moment, I knew immediately who he was and exactly how far-reaching his ambitions lay. He had a plan B, and as it turned out, that became Yale. Yale got lucky, as did the world of figure skating. To be perfectly transparent, I wasn't sure I could interpret Nathan's creative impulses, and he did push me out of my comfort zone, politely at first, but steadfastly as time went on. One has but to see the very obvious evolution from our first costumes to those of the 2022 Olympic season. I can't wear a one-piece and perform that many quads. So it was really Nathan who educated me as to the amount of freedom he needed to perform at that level, while it was up to me to bring a creative edge to his technical concerns and ever-evolving aesthetic. Interpreting a skater's program, choreography, and unique style is a complex exercise to begin with, but standing out at the Olympics can be even more challenging. His courage in establishing his own boundaries, not only in how he dressed, but how he changed the sport, technically and creatively, represents a tale of singular determination mixed with equal parts humility, self-examination, and intelligence. Ultimately, to be able to forge your own path despite any odds, and to achieve at such an elite level without forgetting where you came from or those who helped you along the way, that is what truly defines a champion. These are perhaps Nathan's truest accomplishments, and unlike most biographies, this is perhaps only the first chapter. I am so proud to have played but a small part in the story, but look forward to all I believe he will continue to contribute to the world. Nathan, thank you for bringing your own standards of excellence and magic to a sport we all love and adore. You have also laid a credible foundation for young people everywhere, while helping to support Asian Americans at such a significant moment in our history. Vera Wang.
Prologue. My skating career has always been intimately tied to the Olympics. I took my very first tentative steps on the ice at the practice rink for the 2002 Salt Lake City Winter Games. The same rink where figure skating legends like Michelle Kwan and Sarah Hughes practiced their programs before they had Olympic medals hung around their necks. The practice rink was located in the Salt Lake City Sports Complex, which the locals call Steiner, and every time I skated there, I couldn't help but feel the Olympic spirit. The rings were everywhere, and there were graphics of the Olympics, like a huge picture of speed skater Apollo Ono all around. I can't remember ever not thinking that skating would bring me to the Olympics. Right from the start, I associated skating and being an athlete with the Games. I'm sure a lot of that had to do with the fact that when the Games were held in my hometown in February 2002, I was 2 years old. So growing up, it was impossible to avoid getting caught up in the excitement that the Olympics inspire. My mom took a picture of me with my two brothers in front of the Olympic cauldron at Rice-Eccles Olympic Stadium, and you can see the Salt Lake 2002 motto, "Light the fire within," and the flags from the participating countries flapping in the breeze. Salt Lake City, especially then, was a very Olympic-driven town. Growing up there cemented in my mind the idea that being an athlete meant you went to the Olympics. To be a skater was to be an Olympic skater. My mom is a big sports fan, so not long after I started skating, my family, like so many others, watched the 2004 Summer Olympics on television. It was the year Michael Phelps won 6 gold medals. Watching Michael's accomplishments in the pool, and especially the shiny hardware around his neck, must have made an impression on 5-year-old me. The day after seeing one of his medal ceremonies, I decided to create my own version of the games at the rink. At Steiner, there was a door that opens to let the Zamboni drive on and off the ice, and looks toward a huge flag of the USA. My mom says I stood by this door and started singing the national anthem. When she asked me what I was doing, I told her I was pretending I had won a gold medal, so naturally I had to sing the anthem. 15 years after I took my first